Regina Hall.
Hi, Red Eye, and I'm Michael Ealy.
Come see About Last Night in theaters.
Valentine's Day, February 14th.
The first time About Last Night was on the big screen was 1986. Tell me about the relationship concerns that you were feeling in 1986.
I wasn't born. I wasn't born.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I
The
think
internet
I was.
seems to be lying.
Yes,
No.
it's the internet.
I was
know?
in my mother's womb. Was born.
In 1986, what relationships was that? I was probably trying to get to first base in 1986 as quick as I could, if I remember correctly. I had actually gotten to second base.
I hadn't
at
kissed
that point.
yet, and I remember that was a big deal. My friends were like, "You have to practice on the back of your hand."
Yeah, I had gotten a handful at that point, I think.
Really?
I think so.
Did they have handfuls at that age?
You got a handful, yeah.
I'm not quite a handful yet.
Well, there's
Those are
time.
some-
You're only 21.
That's true. That's true. Thank you,
Your
Mike.
body's not done growing.
Right.
Regina, did you practice on the back of your hand?
I did. I mean, when it's all you got, it's all you got. I was too
Practice
nervous.
what?
Kissing.
Oh.
I was kind of shy about kissing. I remember I gave a guy a speech for a long time. I was like, the light may look red, but it's actually yellow. It was trying to let him know that after like 8 months, I was okay with him trying to kiss me.
That's genius.
Yeah.
What should people do if their best friend is in a relationship with someone that they don't think is right for them?
How old are we talking at this point?
Mid-20s.
Stay out of it.
That's what I was gonna. He's thinking and talking for me. I don't know what's happening.
it,
but
Michael.
I was
I'm sorry. You want me to just, how about I do this?
No, it's good. I was gonna say stay out of it. I'm saying he's saying it in the exact sentence. He's
Well,
like,
is it
quoting
different in
my
the
brain.
mid-30s? Is it different? How do you think people's perceptions
Hold
of
on, let me ask
relationship
someone.
change?
Is someone here in the mid-30s?
No one? No one? Okay. I think in the mid-30s, it's I think you can address it in the mid-30s. I think it's fair enough to address it.
You can certainly ask thought-provoking questions that can
Yeah.
make them do their own sort of
Yeah,
introspection.
you can't.
Like, what's an example of a thought-provoking question like that?
You good?
That's the thought-provoking question.
Well, yeah, because then they go, "What do you mean?" Well, just
Does he ever go to work? Or does he just not want a job?
So are you?
Is
And
that-
are you cool with him? So you cool with paying?
You don't mind
Right.
that he never
If you don't
goes
mind,
to
it's
work.
cool. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those kinds of things.
Right.
And the question of like, I mean, listen, the fact that he has a family
Right.
and he's married, that
Right.
does that
So
bother
how many
you?
kids?
Yeah, how
Is
many
that
kids?
right?
Yeah, and how many are his?
So he don't like condoms,
Right,
huh?
right,
You can
right.
just
That kind of thing.
insinuate something like, so he's a health
That's what you do in your mid-30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see no way that those conversations could go badly at all.
No, because they come from love.
Yeah.
Michael, you said you could relate to Danny because he's a jerk sometimes. Can you please elaborate on that?
Every guy's got to be a jerk sometimes. I think every guy, I don't know about every guy. I went through Mr. Nice Guy for a little while, and it just wasn't paying off. And guys like Bernie, or Kev in this particular movie, the guys with swagger, the guys with confidence, they were the ones that the girls were responding to. And I think that, instead of just kind of gradually getting there, you go from being the nice guy to the jerk immediately because you overcompensate.
Do you get different responses then?
You know what I mean?
Do you notice the responses are different when you go
Yeah,
from there?
totally. I mean, it's sad, but I think, based on my experience, I'm not saying this is a generality across the board, but I feel like, women, based on my experience, responded more to, a man who stands up for himself.
But the guys are being jerks on purpose because they think it'll work better, you're saying.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever been a jerk on purpose. It's more like, you just don't be so nice. Because you're a little too nice and too accommodating, and anybody will run all over you at that point, guy or girl. They're just going to run all over you at that point.
True.
How do you
got to
think guys
set boundaries.
How do you think guys can set that balance, Regina?
It's just kind of like what he said. You just, you're never so nice at the expense of yourself. You know what I mean? You just, you do what's good for you. What's kind to another person, but ultimately is what's good for you. What's good for you as well, I think. I like that.
There's a scene in the movie where Joan asks Bernie if she's his girlfriend while they're
Right.
having sex, and that actually happens in the film That Awkward Moment as well.
Right.
Do you think it's possible to get valuable, truthful information out of someone in a conversation that happens during sex?
Absolutely not.
I'm going to agree and say that, most of the time it may not work. That kind of question. You know what I mean? Like during sex, are you my girlfriend? Do you have an STD? Those things are generally not going to be answered.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
In the middle of sex, absolutely not.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to say yes to that, but there must be something you could ask in that setting that you would get a
you
truthful.
know what? I think that if a connection is already there, the truth is, you know what? Bernie was in a relationship, whether he wants to admit it or not. He may not have been, but I felt it, and I saw in his eyes that he was
If you
loving
felt it and you
Joan
saw it in his eyes, why'd you ask him?
because I wanted
just
to make
wanted
sure
him to say it.
he knew it.
Yeah, see, that's it.
So that we were clear. Because you know what happens a lot of times in relationships? Men say, you never asked. So sometimes we ask so that it's not implied, it's clear. Am I your girlfriend? I mean, it's better to ask then than right before the sex, because he's probably going to be more prone to lie like the second before.
Do you think these gender roles will ever change? I mean, I feel like in movie after movie, we see this notion that guys are afraid of commitment and women want to know what's up with the relationship
Right.
and if they'll settle down. Is this something that has changed at all over time or will ever, or do you think this is just the way it is?
Let me address that real quick. First of
Yeah.
all, I think that in this particular movie, I don't think that Danny is afraid of commitment. I think he's a relationship guy. I think he is lacking the maturity to acknowledge the fact that he still has baggage from his previous relationship, and he doesn't know how to handle. He doesn't have the maturity and the depth of experience to handle what's going on with him personally at the job and not take it out on Debbie. And that's something that you'll develop as a man as you
and
grow
not
older.
realize that it's not Debbie.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. It's not her, but he takes it out on her because who else is he going to take it out on? I mean, it's
And maybe he thinks it's her.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he probably does. He probably thinks she's just being nagging at that point. But Danny to me was never, a commitment phobe. So I think that idea that men are afraid in movies, men are afraid of commitment and women are the ones that want it. I don't know. I mean, and I think for the character of Joan, she, when she meets him, there's no interest in a commitment. You know what I mean?
I think she wants to have fun.
She wants to have some fun, and then it grows into that later. But I don't feel like
Because they're spending a lot of time together. They're seeing
Yeah.
each other. It's not necessarily shown in the movie, but in dialogue, you realize he and Joan are. I mean, he's like, listen, you're seeing her every day. What are you going to do? And even Bernie is approaching this like it's a relationship,
Right,
when
right.
he's talking, like I'm with her, we're together. So I think when she asks that, it's for clarity as opposed to, I want it. They've been behaving as girlfriend and boyfriend, so.
I'm going to give you a few options. Feel free to take advantage of whichever one you like. Can you either tell me a joke, rap part of a song that you know the words to, or sing part of your favorite TV theme song?
Okay, you go first. I have a lot.
favorite TV
Theme song.
rap your favorite verse,
Or tell me a joke.
or tell you a joke. Your favorite verse, or just one that
Anything
comes
you
to
know the
mind?
words.
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, and damn, I forgot the rest.
Telling me I need
Yeah,
a girl,
who's
as sweet as a dove.
For the first time in my life, I see I need love. There I was, giggling about the games that I had played with many hearts, but I ain't saying no names. When the thought occurred, teardrops made my eyes burn as I thought to myself, well, look what you done to her. Can't remember the rest.
That was
I
good.
dropped it.
That was good.
Yeah.
And then
Your
what were the
turn.
choices again?
Tell a joke.
Oh, a joke.
Rap or sing
I'm
a
gonna do
TV
a
theme
joke.
song.
Okay. Okay. Should I do a dirty one or a clean one?
Dirty.
A dirty one?
Keep it dirty.
Okay. So there were, I'm going to do a short one. There was a man sitting with his 3 sons, and they were sitting outside. And so the first son said, Dad, how come you named me Waterfall? And he said, oh, my beautiful son, because you were born by a wonderful waterfall. And the second son said, Dad, how come you named me Running Deer? And he said, because, son, a beautiful deer ran by when you were born. And the third son said, Dad, how come you named me what you did? And he said, shut up, broken rubber.
Very nice.
Thank you.